buenos días y bienvenido a la quinta semana, Semana 5. So welcome to week 5. We're halfway through. And starting this week, I will be posting your new conversation partners. Okay? You'll be switching people. Now, as always, you should be beginning in the Semana 5 tab. And when you click on that, you come to this page in which this video will be replaced with the one I'm currently recording. Okay? And you know the drill, I hope, by now. The objetivos y metas, we are going to be working on Capítulo 4, Chapter 4 this week. And you're going to be learning and to talk about and describe daily routines and activities, things that you do on a daily basis, like waking up and going to bed at night and taking a shower, brushing your teeth, etc. Students will be able to distinguish between when someone is talking about things that are close by or far away, as well as recognize and use in brief spoken exchanges, words associated with the patient intake form, Part 2. You'll be able to talk and write about your daily routines again and putting these in order. Okay. You'll become familiar with and learn how to talk about and ask for vital signs. We'll cover Part 1. You'll be able to refer to direct objects by their pronouns and use them in order to avoid repetition when talking as well as writing. You'll be able to describe actions that are in progress, going on right now, using the present progressive structure. You'll be able to discuss how long certain things have been happening or occurring using the construction hace que. You'll also be able to use some idiomatic expressions in order to make your language sound a little bit more natural. So first thing you're doing should be watching this video. You'll read the textbook and do the corresponding My Spanish Lab activities. You'll want to study the vocabulary terms and take quiz 1 in Blackboard, and there's 3 quizzes this week. Okay. You'll review the pages in the textbook about daily routines and reflexive verbs, and you'll have a written exercise about your daily routine. You'll take another quiz, a grammatical quiz in My Spanish Lab over those routines. You'll study the vocabulary, take the second vocabulary quiz over those vital signs from Blackboard. And on Wednesday, the 13th of September, you'll turn in Dialogue 5, and on Sunday, the 17th, you'll turn in Dialogue 6. Now, Sunday of last week, you turned in your language and cultural contact presentation. This week, you will be making comments on at least two classmates' language and cultural contact presentations. And as always, you want to make sure you're logging in your hours of language and cultural contact, which are then seen in your presentations. Okay. So, la lista de tarea. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time to read over this because I'm sure you can read it. As always, there are 2 places to find the Semana 5 plan. Hopefully these are helping you to organize the order in which you complete activities and helping you organize your time. Okay. So we're going to be covering pages 100 through 129. Okay. You're going to be taking a vocab quiz. Okay, which is the patient intake form, Part 2. You're only going to have 5 minutes to complete the quiz, so you must know these words very well. Okay, there'll be a quiz, grammar quiz in My Spanish Lab. Don't forget your hours. Okay, your vocabulary quiz. Okay. This quiz, you'll have 15 minutes to complete the quiz because they're a little bit longer. Whole questions and statements that you need to say, or questions you need to ask. Okay, You'll have your dialogues 5 and 6. You'll have the práctica escrita, which is written down below, and you'll have comments to do on the presentations. And again, you'll only be watching 2. So as I go further down, we have our first quiz 1 de Vocabulario, Semana 5. So here you will watch the video, get the information, and then you will take the quiz. And again, you'll only have 5 minutes, so be careful with your spelling and your accent marks. Okay? Then we'll see quiz 2 of Vocabulario. Okay? And when we click on that, we see the video, the video, and then the quiz. And again, this quiz will be a little bit longer. You'll have 15 minutes. Okay? And the next 2 things are the 2 dialogues. Okay? So if I go to Diálogo 5, as always, up above, I will have the general information about the dialogue. And then here is the situation. Okay? Un diálogo entre un cirujano y un paciente de 45 años, un inmigrante recién llegado de Ecuador, que va a tener una cirugía ambulatoria en la mañana. So one person is going to play the surgeon, okay, and the other person will play the patient. And again, a new 45-year-old newly arrived immigrant from Ecuador. This person's having outpatient surgery in the morning. Okay, so you want to have your introductions, full name. I'm going to take out and profession. Okay. Should ask the patient what his or her name is and how to spell it, both first and last, how he or she is feeling, if he or she has any questions about the surgery, and there ought to be questions. How is he or she going to return home after surgery? Who's going to prepare his or her dinner? Who's going to buy the medicine? And what is this person going to do upon arriving home? Okay. After the patient is given all that information, then you will tell your patient, you will see him or her in the morning, thank him or her, and then close and say farewell. Okay, so again, I'm going to take out the and profession. Okay. Then Diálogo 6 is the next one. Okay. And again, we have the general information above. This is a diálogo entre un enfermero, una enfermera, y un paciente, una paciente con la gripe. So one person is going to be the nurse who is working with a patient, the second person, who has the flu. And I forgot to mention on Diálogo 5, make sure you do these twice, okay? And you and your partner will take on a different role. So again, here we have appropriate greetings, introduction. Again, I'm going to take out the profession. You'll ask the person, like before, what his or her name is, how to spell the first and last name, how he or she is feeling, and here's some new information. What is his or her date of birth? If this person is hungry, thirsty, tired, hot, cold, really sleepy. Okay? And the patient, of course, will answer. You will tell your patient that he or she has to drink a lot of water, has to call if they have a problem breathing, has to be careful. Then there's the thank yous and then the appropriate closings. Okay? So I will take the and profession out of there. Okay? The práctica escrita. Okay? This activity is aimed at giving you a chance to explain in detail your daily routine using the reflexive verbs you've been studying. Okay, so the reflexive verbs can be found on pages 100 through 107, the vocabulary and how to use these verbs. Okay. The instructions, okay, using all the verbs provided. Okay, you may not use all the verbs, but you should use at least 10. Okay. 10 verbs in which you're going to write a paragraph that you describe what you do every day to get ready for work and or school. make sure you include some times. And remember, not all these verbs here are going to be reflexive. Okay? And I give you some connectors. You know, you can use primero, luego, después, más tarde, por último, finalmente. Okay? Now, you don't want to have y después, después, después. You have some other terms that you are able to incorporate. And then there's an example. Primero, yo me despierto a las 5 de la mañana. Okay? Luego, you know, and then whatever 2 activities I do. Okay? And again, it's a short paragraph. You're going to use 10 of the verbs. Now, it might not be 10 sentences because you may put 2 verbs in 1 sentence. Okay? If you have any questions, please let me know. My suggestion would be to do this on a Word document, and then you can either upload the Word document or you can just copy and paste it, and when we go into here, okay, you see you have a space to write submission. You can copy and paste it into this box. Okay, let me go back. Okay. Then we have the language and cultural contact presentation. Okay. So here you're going to watch at least 2 of your classmates' language and cultural contact presentations, and then you're going to reply and post comments. So you can just go to the foro de discusión to view those videos. But you want to mention in your comments what you liked about the presentation, what you think you could be improved for next time, and what you learned from it. Okay? And this is going to be part of your student engagement, participation, responsibility grade. The last thing, as always, are the recursos. Okay, so we have some websites with verb conjugation and question forming, explanation of reflexives, of demonstratives, direct objects and their pronouns, the present perfect, okay, and hace que. So that completes week 5. Buena suerte. Y avísenme si tienen preguntas. So good luck and let me know if you have any questions.